Good afternoon. I'm Judy Hubbell, and this is Judy's Mind Body. We're going to be doing Qigong and Tai Chi Chih. Welcome. So first we'll start with just with the stool. If you have it, it really will help, or a back chair with no sides also works. We're going to start with some up and down weight shifts. So inhaling up onto the balls of the feet, exhaling to the center of the foot and back towards the heels. Hold on to something so that we have some accessibility here. You're going higher than we ever do with rocking motion, but it's a great warm-up for it. So this is your inhale forward as you move to the front of the feet and come up on the balls of the feet. This is your center point where you're releasing down and coming back towards the heels. You've got something to hold on to. And come back up a couple more times. You can also use a wall for this if you like. Just putting your hands on the wall, coming up and down, balancing there. But making sure you hold on to something. Good, now we'll come back to rest. And we're now going to look at the side-to-side weight shift with stool. So now you're going to bring your feet into a V, like this. And your feet are in a V. You're going to shift over here. This knee will bend a little bit. This straightens. This is Yan, Yin. Good. Now we're going to go behind a stool. So if you don't have one, you might want to grab something like a chair or something to hold on to. Otherwise, just do it. Okay, so this is preparation here for the side-to-side weight shift. You can slide across the top of the stool. Slide across back, keeping the top of the head level so that as one knee bends and the other straightens, you don't necessarily dip. Sometimes you can look at a window frame to see yourself coming across. Is it straight or is it not? But these are all techniques for developing a really good side-to-side weight shift in which there's no real dip of the head in the middle. Okay, now we're going to get to this side and we'll bring this other foot in. And we'll look at the forward back shift from that simply by just shifting down with feet in a V. It's called rider on horse position. Your toes are out this way, like a V, and you're going to shift towards your right. The first leg always for you is your left, like your left side of the brain, your left foot. Inhale forward. You might want to hold onto the chair briefly. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Beautiful. So that's a front back weight shift that came from a side to side. Now we're going to come over here. We've already done our side to side weight shift here, but let's do it again. Coming across a stool top or chair. Feeling one leg bend and the other leg straighten. And then the one over here bending and the outside straightening. And we're going to shift over here. Ground it through the earth. And we'll now look at a forward back weight shift. It'll be on your right side this time. So we're going to shift to the left. Your left is over here. This is your right over here. You're going to drop your heel on the right side down and hold on to the chair so that you can get yourself balanced to begin with. If you have one, or a stool top works. And feel your forward back shift. So the nice thing about a stool is you can also use the seat to feel yourself moving forward and back. And in the center, without pressing down, there's sort of a nice evenness you can develop with your legs. So that this leg begins to bend, the back leg begins to straighten. The back leg begins to bend, and then the front leg straightens. And the knees are very soft, so we'll work on that today. How do we soften them? We just make sure that we feel sort of a squeegee kind of feeling, not just that we're dipping way down, but because we want to make sure that the knee doesn't pass the big toe. So when you look down, you can see, oh, that's not very far, right? Yeah, okay, and exhale. We'll also explore the breath and groundings today. So the first thing we're going to do is to walk back and forth for the Buddhist walk, or it's also called the Tai Chi walk. And you'll shift to your right here and bring your left heel forward and shift into that leg. You can start with this seat of the chair if you like, and release the other heel down, and then see how you can balance coming forward. Heel, center of the foot, front of the foot. Heel, center of the foot, front of the foot. Good. Now you're forward. Now we're going to go back, starting with your right side again, or your right side this time. Toe to heel this time. And see if we can do this without dipping the head. So we'll need to really balance there, toe to heel. Good. Let's go the other side of the stool. Shift down, release your hip towards this stool here. You can take the top of it if you like. Start with your left heel first, and you're going to slide forward on the stool. Release the other heel. Side. That's your left. This is your right. And one more. The Tai Chi walk is a great way to develop your forward back shift. Now your right ball of the foot's coming down, then it goes to the heel and the opposite foot. Good. It's kind of like being a tightrope walker, but they have to do that on one long thread, and we're doing it with 2 feet, somewhat separated. Okay, now we're going to inhale here and exhale, because grounding is probably the most important thing we can do for the senior body. So as you inhale up, come to your highest dantian in your head, lengthen through the spine, go all the way up, open the arms, and slowly come down from over the head, which is your highest energy center, through the middle one, which is your heart and lungs, and down to your abdomen on the exhale. And one more of those. This is grounding, very important. We'll do a lot of grounding today. That was to the heart. The next one will be to the head. Inhale up. Feel the spine lengthen. Exhale down. Feel the nice open chest on this. That will really help your breath. And all the way up to above the head to the sky, and sink it down slowly like a summer or winter rain in San Francisco. Very slowly through the fog. Beautiful. So that was our walking meditation, Buddhist meditation, or the Tai Chi walk. Really good thing to practice. And we started with the side-to-side weight shift behind the stool. Qigong related practice in slowness and breath connection. So I'm going to start here on the stool today, seated, and you can stand if you like. This is for the people who need to sit. If you are sitting, you need to always be in the front of your stool, balance your feet down so that you don't slump. So really long through the spine. Okay, we're going to start with triple burner. Inhaling up. Exhaling down through the center. Moving through 3 energy centers on your exhale. And one more of these. Buddha picks up the earth. We'll start outside. Notice this is the outside of a circle. You inhale and then you slowly exhale down here. You'll feel it in your abdomen. Your abdominal muscles will come in. Now you inhale, that's expansion. Now you exhale, this is contraction. Feel those changes. Buddha picks up the earth and pushes it into the sky. Sort of an inverted circle. One more. Beautiful. Our next one is groundings. We'll ground once more a couple times. And then we're going to move into heaven and earth, in which one hand pushes up and the other hand pushes down. And you'll see it right in front of my white shirt here. It's a flattened palm and at the top and the bottom. And you lengthen through the whole arm without necessarily locking the elbow. And just feel that long length in the spine on that side, and also the rib cage. And now inhale, center. We'll do the accordion here for a moment. Expansion linearly this side, horizontally, and contraction. The ribs open. And then we're going to move into the other side for heaven and earth. One hand moving up this way, the other hand moving down this way, flattening the palm, lengthening this side of the rib cage. And two more. Expanding in the middle. Contracting and coming up. And the other side. Beautiful. And then one more of the accordion. Expansion and contraction. The propeller is a little bit harder to do seated, so we'll also moving into standing in a moment. We're going to inhale here. You're going to come around with the palms in a T, with the palms up, spinally twisting here. And over to the other side, inhaling first in the middle and then twisting on the exhale. The propeller. It's a very slow propeller. And come back to center. And release. Picking up a feather and letting it go is next, but let's first make sure that we just rub our thighs. And if you'd like to, you can fold forward from the hips and move down the legs here a little bit. And back up. Just a gentle massage of your lower legs over the knees and to the thighs. And we'll shake it out. When you fold forward from the hips, when you're seated, you just have to make sure that you really are folding forward from the hips. So I would suggest put your thumbs right on the top of your hip bones and then fold forward, flat back. And now come back up on the inhale. And if you want to go all the way down, bring the legs out into a V kind of thing, but make sure you're on your stool solidly. Inhale first, lengthen the spine, fold forward from the hips, and then release. Maybe take hold of either arm like this with one elbow over the other, and then switch to the other side so that this elbow is over that one. Lengthen and drop forward from the hips. And inhale back up. And one more. Inhale, exhale. This is a very good thing to be able to do, because what happens if you have to pick up something off the floor? You want to be able to go down safely, right? So you might want to bring your hands right down to the knees and then pick it up. Whatever it is. Or, get off your stool, of course, and drop yourself down the other way. Okay, so let's now do picking up a feather and letting it go. This will be our last until we move into something else now. You're going to pick up a feather with the thumb and the forefinger here like this. You'll pick it up and then inhale up and watch it go up, lengthen, and exhale down, flat palm. And use your peripheral vision. You don't even have to move your head down to watch it go. Up and down. Good, and let's go to the other side of the body. So come over here. Bring the thumb and the forefinger together like that. Inhale up. Use your peripheral vision, see it go. Exhale down, flatten the palm. I always feel it's a little bit like painting through air when you flatten that palm. Watch it just come down the wall. And one more on this side. Picking up a feather and turning it into a paintbrush maybe. And come back to center. We can move now into some standing, but anything that you're doing standing, you can also do seated. So I just wanted to point that out. And probably one major thing would be to look at the breath. So bring your right hand to your belly, your left hand to your heart, and inhale abdomen, rib cage, upper chest. Exhale upper chest, rib cage, abdomen. 2 more deep breaths in 3 parts. Feel that long exhale. Feel that energy come to the Ming Men, the lower spine. The spine is still straight. It doesn't drop. But you'll feel that exhale come all the way down through those 3 centers, the heart, the rib cage, and the abdomen. And you'll feel the breath as you contract here. So one more. Beautiful. And everything that we just did, you can also do standing. Okay, so we're going to now move to our next bunch of stuff. And this will be starting with the owl. And I'll put my stool away right now. Let's do a couple of groundings. Oh, good idea. We should drink some water. Hydration, major. Few groundings before we begin the owl. Groundings are a great in between, like a little intermission between moves. So I love them. They're really an intermission for the body, which needs to slow down and connect to all these beautiful Qigong moves that stretch the spine and use the breath. And one more, up to the sun. We're always happy when it comes out. We're also always happy when we get some slow rain, like a slow exhale. And you're going to bring your hands behind you and clasp the palms like this and push the palms down to open the chest. And you'll be doing the owl now. So keeping the shoulders down, inhale. Looking over to your right slowly. And the eyes just are at a nice, even level, as if you were looking over the horizon from the top of a tree. And exhale to the left. And slowly come back to inhale at the center. And then repeat. These are all basic Qigong moves that are so good for our bodies. For slowing down and for developing a sense of inner stillness and control. And coming back to center, just release for a second. We're going to release everything. Shake it out from the bottom up. Beautiful, like fluttering birds. Twitter, Twitter birds. You know those little birds we have now? They're so cute and twittery. All right, shake it out. All right, now we're going to come into some transition into aerobic but controlled moves. The first being knocking at the gates. The gates are your abdomen, and you're tapping the back body here at your buttocks. It's a little gentle slap, and you're releasing your heels. I forgot to say I'm happy to see you all today. It's really nice. Thank you for coming. Good. Now we're going to move up the body to the mid body here, right at the kidney area, which is back there. So that's why the spine has to be long first. You don't want to be drooping down. Good. Now bring it to your lung points up here, right at the chest. And the right directly under that arm there. Good. And then if you want to, you can bring this elbow under that one, and you can rub back here on your upper back or wrap to hold tension. And then bring the other elbow under the first elbow and bring this hand up to be able to massage yourself there. And that is a really good place to massage because we're apt to lift the shoulders and tense up there. So untense it. Nice. Okay, now we're going to tap down the arms here, starting with your right arm, coming back up it and down. And then the other arm up from the hand to the inside of the shoulder there, right there, and back down. And let's do the top down again on that same arm. And then the inside. Let's rub the palms together. Sometimes they're cold in this weather. This is one of the best things you can do. You can also bring them against your face to warm up. You can bring them onto your neck to warm up. You can massage the occipital lobe back here, in the middle of where the cervical and the head come together. Any place there is usually nice and warm. And then let's come down the other arm. Your right, your left, sorry. Your opposite arm. Whatever you didn't do before. And come across the chest here, like beating the area here right around your sternum. Your chest voice is good for it. You can also make some sound there like, ah. And then come down the body. And now here's where you're going to fold forward from the hips, flat back, come down through the inside of the legs, the outside of the legs, back across your tummy. And when you come across to your back this time, make gentle fists like this, not tight fists, but gentle fists, and come around the tailbone in circles in the opposite direction. That's a really nice, gentle massage for that area, which is your Ming Men area. And then release. Shake it out. Shaking out, I love shaking outs. And then we're going to move into the fountain. You'll start up here. You'll inhale first. You'll fold forward from the hips, flat back, the backs of the palms all together, and you come down to touch the earth, but outside your feet. You can just dangle if you like. And that was your exhale. Now you're going to come up slowly, backs of the palms together. Inhale. Open it all the way up, like the joy of living. Say, aha. You want to open up your day with happiness and joy. And exhale down. This is a great move for that. But you want to warm up your spine first before you do it, because some people have trouble bending forward. So a couple more of these. And just go as halfway if you like. You don't have to go all the way down. Always modify for your own body and how it feels today. And one more of the fountain. You can see as you come up, it's like water coming out of a fountain, and then it just goes, take a breath. Ah, it's like that. It's like an aha move. It's so happy. And then come down, relax to ground. We'll do a couple of groundings here. So we'll come to the heart first. Inhale, lengthening through the spine. Exhale down. Feel the back of your skull. It's actually lifted up by a string. Coming up to the heart again on your inhale and exhaling down. That's your middle dantian right there. When you come to the head, that's the highest one, your third dantian. And you can go above it if you like, and exhale down. We'll next move into circling the joints. And I would suggest here that you bring the palms together, either holding them like this or establishing that kind of a thing down with the knuckles moving down to the earth. And that'll establish that you don't raise your shoulders. So release the head down, inhale first, chin to chest, and then your right ear to your right shoulder and around. And now your left ear to your left shoulder. And make it really slow so you have time to come back and then come forward without hurting yourself. And you can also make the circle smaller if you like. It might be just kind of like you've got a dog collar and you're right inside of that dog collar with your nose. Doesn't have to be big. It could be really small and tiny. And then you can enlarge it as you go around, if that works for you. And then you can make it the whole way with this ear towards this shoulder and the other ear towards the other shoulder. And then come back to center. Shake it out. Head rolls help connect the cervical spine of your neck to the rest of it, which is thoracic and lumbar down here. Okay, now we're going to do arms in a T and then turn it into the shoulder rolls so that your elbows are kind of even both sides. Inhale, forward, up, back and down. When you bring it down, that's the shoulder blades will be rolling down the back as you open your chest. And now there is a little bit of lift of the shoulders, but you're letting it go. And then we'll bring the shoulders the other way. So now the elbows are right here in front. Bring them up, back, and forward. Good. It's the same pattern of inhaling back here and exhaling forward this time. And that, of course, diminishes this chest size. You want as much width as possible. So I like to always end this by the opposite direction. Inhale up, back, and down. And that opens up the whole chest area, which you want for this practice so you can breathe properly. Well, not properly, but fully. And shake it out again. Arms in a T, forward circles. And back circles, kind of like swimming on your back. And if you really feel like you're swimming in your back, let's make it bigger. Good. If that's comfortable, let's turn it into a crawl stroke. And you can use your feet. I'm letting my back heel go here. And then on the other side, so that I don't torque my knee, ankle, or hip. Good. Now let's ground that again and shake it out. And now we're going to do back circles on your back. Be careful on this so that you don't hurt your shoulders. And you can always make it smaller. If that doesn't work for you, you can make it like this. You can make it like that. Turn it into your own thing. We're just opening up all the joints, however that is. All right, and let's shake it out. So logically, we'd go from that to the breaststroke. Bring the palms forward like this. Inhale, exhale, as you move them apart. Inhale as you bring them together. There's your exhale. And you might bring your tongue to your upper palate, but still breathe through your nose. So this is a nostril out breath. Inhale through the mouth here. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm leaving my mouth open when I exhale. And I inhale there. Just like you would in the water. It's just like swimming through air. All right. Back to simple wrist circles. Elbows to the body closely, but not tight. And circling the forearms and the wrists. And the opposite direction. Good. Now we come to the next part. As we're moving down the body, we did head, shoulders, wrists, and now we need to do the hips. Forward, side, back, side. Forward to your right, back to your left. Get a nice rhythm here, but hit all 4 points of your circle. So you can do it a little faster if you'd like. It depends on how supple you feel with this. You can always determine your slowing down. A lot of us don't like to slow down, but it's so important for Tai Chi Chih, our 19 moves. And coming forward here, let's go the opposite direction. Left, back, right, forward, giving ourselves both sides of the circle, both around clockwise and counterclockwise. Good, and when you next reach the front, straighten up, fold forward from the hips, flat back, lengthen first, feet are together. We're gonna go halfway this time on our forward movement, take hold of the knees and circle around with the feet together. To your right, forward, left, back. First find all your 4 points, and then you can do this comfortably any way you like. Doesn't have to be slow. I think the slowness helps us be aware in an inner way of how this all works with our muscles that hold the knees and allow them to do this. And now we're going to come the opposite direction, hitting all 4 points. Good, and now you're going to release down the legs. Just massage down the lower legs here, the shins, and massage into the back, so then the calves, and then come up the body slowly and massage the knees, massage the thighs. You can also do your hamstrings behind the knees there and come back up. Then massage the tummy, the buttocks, the upper chest, down the arms, down the inside of the arms, and the other one on the other side. Unfortunately, we can't do them both at the same time. We need forearms for that. And we're going to come down the inside of the other one. And massage our hands once more. Warm up our cheeks. maybe warm up our nose. And then you're going to do 7 points here, the outside of the ears. You pluck them like this. This is also a Qigong move. It's said to bring energy into the body. You want 7 down and 7 up. Good. Okay, that's great. We're going to now move into two Hatha Yoga possibilities, slowing down. And these are from traditional Hatha. Most Hatha classes start with some kind of prayer move. And we can assume that Qigong and Hatha Yoga are somewhat connected, at least from what I can figure out. So inhale here and come down in prayer, but this time touch the palms together. That really is prayer. Now, if you separate them, you'll feel quite a bit of warmth there between the palms, even though they're not touching. That's Qigong. And notice how we have essentially a heart here with Qigong. And we probably have the same heart with yoga. So now bring the palms together for yoga. This is prayer. And one more, separating them. You can feel how warm they are already. That's the chi, your intrinsic energy that we've already developed through our circles and our Qigong practice of lengthening the spine and including the breath. And we're now ready to do one more spinal twist, which is a yoga type of thing. You're going to inhale the palms up, facing up, and you'll slowly inhale from the belly, rib cage, upper chest, and the head will be last as you exhale here to your right. Slow exhale. It's almost a 180-degree turn. Inhale, center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, center. 2 more of these spinal twists where we're wringing out all the nerves off the spine, according to one of the swamis who came here in the 60s. Swami Satchidananda. And back to center. And we'll slowly exhale down. Inhale up as high as we want to go this time because we're warmed up. Looking at the sun, exhaling slowly down. And coming into Tadasana, the mountain pose, shared by both yoga and Qigong. The palms are open, the body is opening. It's an accepting pose. And now we'll begin our rocking motion. And 19 movements and 1 pose of T'ai Chi Chih. Last one of rocking motion. Slowly exhale down. Bringing your feet into a V for bird flaps its wings. Inhale, center, and sink to the balls of the feet and release the heels. The bird's wings have come out. Inhale, lengthening, sink, to exhale and release the heels. And on the third one, we do one wrist circle forward. And there's two more sequences of this. Same thing. Feel the inhale here. And the exhale there. Sinking and rising on the inhale. And last group of three. And exhale. Coming into your rider on horse position, it's as if you have a small horse between your legs. Shifting to the right and the left, we'll just get our side to side weight shift going here. Your feet are in a V. Beautiful. Now you're going to shift to your right over here and release your left heel straight out like we did for the Buddhist meditation or the Tai Chi walk. Heel to toe, slowly moving through the center and coming back. So there's your forward back shift. The back heel lifts. It's in a 45-degree angle to the front leg, which is coming right out from the hip. And we'll try the shift on the other side so we're ready for it. Sink into your rider on horse. Shift towards the left this time. Release your right heel forward. And once we have this shift down, we'll find that as we move forward and bend this knee, the back leg is straight without locking that knee too much. And you're going to feel the heel come up and you're going to shift back and the toe will come up in front. So we want that sense of yan leg, yin leg and back, yan leg and back, yin leg in front. So those wonderful connections between yin and yang, which we also call yang for masculine and yin for feminine. And sink. Around the platter, we'll shift first to the right, release the left, and go around in front of the sternum, your breastbone. Without dropping too far below it, you're in chest high water. Open up the chest. And breathing, inhaling forward, exhaling back. Slowly coming through the center as a glide. Nine times on a side. That's about 5 now. Inhale. Exhale, center opposite the heart. And one more of around the platter on your left side. Bring the foot back to rider on horse. Inhale and exhale. Notice how your toes are out for that pose. They're like this. And shift to the left. Release your right around the platter in chest high water. Is the water warm or cold? Feel it. Probably warm. Last one. This is about 9 on this side. Beautiful. Inhale and sink it through the earth slowly. Your relaxation response will work much better if we have this slow exhale here. And shift to the right. Release your left for a round the platter variation. The variation is this little ball within a bigger ball, the bigger circle that you have. That looks beautiful. Thank you for your slow speed. And last one on your left side. Release the foot back. Single grounding between left and right sides. Shift towards your left to release the right for a round the platter variation. The ball of energy now is at your right shoulder. It drops right opposite your heart as it moves around to the exhale. Starting with the inhale. And now release it on the exhale. Six. We have 3 more here. And the last one. Beautiful. Open the legs for rider and horse. Inhale it and slowly exhale it down. Let's double ground it. Take it up to above the head. And take it up to the sky. That will lengthen our spines. And take the breath to another place where we slowly exhale down here. It takes a longer time. And let's shake it out. I really believe in shakeouts. We don't want to hold any tension in the body. Okay, and ground it. Our next move will shift to the right to bring the left forward for bass drum. Inhale forward. With your big circle coming around the body, the elbows will come back with the hips. Inhaling forward and exhaling slowly back. Glide through the middle and then release the toe. Glide through the middle and then release the heel and back. We're slowing ourselves down. Last one on your left side now. That's about 9. We'll bring that foot back in, come back to rider on horse position with the feet slightly open and the toes moving out. Single grounding will shift to the left for bass drum now on your right side. Right heel just dropped. Now it comes forward and the front knee bends slightly and the back knee is somewhat straight, and now it will bend more. The front leg will straighten. Connecting the Yang leg and yin leg here, giving each one a chance to be yang or masculine, each one a chance to be somewhat feminine. There's always a dot of both. In the Tao. Two more. Last one of bass drum. Bring the foot back in slowly and then double ground it. We are now ready for the daughters. Daughter on the mountaintop will be first, bringing your heel of your left foot forward and you balanced into the right leg here, slightly more bent. And coming up to the mountain, it's on both sides of a valley. Bring your left hand behind the right hand and it will be crossing at your heart and at your wrists. And it moves from the heart all the way down to the abdomen, bringing in the abdominal muscles here. Exhale. Daughter on the mountaintop. Slowness. Circularity. Continuity of rhythm. And moving from the center. All aspects of Qigong and T'ai Chi Chih. An energy practice and a meditation practice. We are cultivating the chi, especially when you get to this place. Everything slows down. As you come down through the mountain, you have to watch to not trip over anything. So it's a slow exhale. Let's do one more here. Inhale and slowly exhale down through that central meridian. Beautiful. Bring the other foot in, your left. Sink it through the earth. Shift towards your left to bring the right heel forward. And start it again. Notice how you start in mountain pose or Tadasana. And you bring the palms up and your left hand is still close to your own heart. And perhaps another person or a concept, something you believe in or want to work with, is on the outside of that circle. Your own circle is always closest to your heart. Your left hand is close to your heart. Your right hand is outside. Four more. Daughter on the mountaintop. We'll move into a companion move after 9 times on this side. Bring the right foot in and ground it through the earth. Double ground it. Bring it to the heart. Triple ground it, bring it to the head, because we're going to climb a mountain again. And this time we're going to start right up here at the top of the mountains on both sides of which make a heart shape. This is daughter in the valley. Shift to the right. Release your left heel and come down, exhaling, and then come through the center trail. Make sure that your back foot is 45-degree angle to the front leg. And this is the tops of the two mountains here that we just are looking down through the valley here. Because the palms are very close here, they're in polarity. There's a lot of chi being established if we slowly move through it. So let's inhale and cultivate the chi here. And then release it at the tops of the mountains. You might feel a little more in your finger, a little bit of tingle. Three more of daughter in the valley on this left side. Last one. Bring the foot in, feet are in a V, and sink it through the earth. Double ground it. Make sure you're grounding and feeling that energy move towards the feet, even though they stop right above the hips here. And now we're going to shift to the left to go up through the valley on our right side. And shift into the front leg, releasing the back heel. And shift towards the back leg, which will slightly bend the knee and release the front toe. Glide through the middle. Two more. Last one. Of daughter in the valley. Bring in the foot. And we're going to do several groundings here. Inhale, exhale down towards the feet, resting for a moment on balls of energy. Then come up to the heart area on the inhale. Release the knees a little bit as you exhale down. Feel the moving to your feet. Bring up the energy to your head and slowly exhale it down. And then to above that, to the trees. The Monterey's, the eucalyptus are beautiful tall trees. And all the way up towards the mountains and the hills. And then up towards the sun. Slight back bend of the upper spine. Open it. In dedication for how appreciative we are that we have the sun, as well as the slowness of the rain coming down. Exhale slowly. You might need to take a couple exhales there and inhales because this is a long pattern coming down. Coming back down into shaking it out. Sometimes there's a little bit of tension in a slow exhale. So, good. Okay, our next moves are carry the ball to the side is next. So we're going to come over here. You're going to need to walk slowly, pick up your ball of energy over here. Wind up into this right side here, pick up the ball like this. shift into this leg. That's the yan leg here. You're going to have the yin leg, the straight leg, move out there, and just the heel comes down. And now shift towards it, and you'll find a shifting of weight from side to side 3 times. And release any tension in the wrists. Wind up. There's your little ball. It's going to come through a bigger circle, so let it go. That's the second cycle of 3. We've got one more cycle of 3 here as we move across. Carry the ball to the side. Is a 3 times 3 move, and of course they all equal 9. The noble Chinese number, and we now wind up here to our left. We're going to share this double ball effect of the circle and the smaller ball as we move over here. Sink. Another cycle of 3. Inhale, lengthen. Sink to exhale. And one more. Carry the ball to the side. Beautiful. Ground it. And we'll go the opposite direction. We're going to go back home here. Wind up. And go back 3 times 3. Feel the ball drop here as you exhale. Pick it up here as you inhale. Wind up. Repeat. And last one. Beautiful. Sink it down into the ground, double ground it, feet in a V. And we're going to move right into push-pull, followed by pulling in the energy. Shift to your right, release your left heel. This is a circle, starting with the heel of the hand. The heel of the hand comes up, the fingers do 2, the wrists return the energy to your heart. It starts from the heart and it comes back to the heart. Also called giving and receiving energy back to the heart on the inhale. This is an exhale forward and an inhale back to your own heart. A true meditation movement. Starts from the heart, returns to the heart. Giving and receiving energy in a circle that never should end. Keep the circle slowly moving without stopping. Two more on this left side of push, pull. One more slow one here. And feel the wrists turn back to the heart on the inhale and bring in the foot. Sink it through the earth. Bring it to the heart on your inhale. Exhale slowly down. Shift towards your left, release your right heel, and start again. 9 times of push, pull, giving and receiving energy. 2 more. Beautiful. Inhale and release. Double ground it. Triple ground it. One more going all the way up here. Slight back bend of the upper spine. And we'll take a little brief moment here to hydrate because we need it. Only water, please. Beautiful. I feel all your energy today. It's great. Thank you so much for coming. All right, here we are at our next little bit here. This is the second companion move. These were once companion moves, the push, pull, and pulling in the energy. But by the time we get to pulling in the energy, you really do need water. So I'm going to just take one more sip here. It's because of the slowness of the practice. All right. Do a couple of groundings. Come to the heart. Exhaling down. Next, we'll be pulling in the energy from the farthest star in the universe through the fingertips. Shift towards your right. Bring the palms up to face the sky. Bring the left heel forward. And pull in the energy through your fingertips from the farthest star, asking for peace in your heart, or whatever it is you need. That's a fairly beautiful concept for you. This is a visualization mixed with pulling in the energy. We often call it coming from the most distant star, and it comes in through the fingertips on the inhale. As the palms are facing up towards the heavens this time. Two more. Breathing in, going out, and breathing out, coming back. Last one. On your left, bring in the foot. Single grounding. Shift towards your left. Release your right. Bring the palms facing up. Pulling in the energy on your inhale. And returning it to your heart on the exhale. Bring joy to your heart as if your wish could always come true. And last one. And double ground it, bringing the energy towards the earth, up towards the heavens and the heart, and down towards the earth, resting on globes of energy, feeling the grounding through the feet. And now we move into the tappies. Shifting down, your left hand moves under the right elbow. Your left heel moves out here, yin leg, yang leg, over to the right. And you shift over here, pulling the palms apart with a weight shift through heavy air. Basic taffy. You'll see this one move come back into 3 other variations at the end of each variation or through it. So this is our basic starting move, and then we have 3 variations of it. Two more here. And returning here. Sink it through the earth and double ground it. Anchor taffy is next. You come forward and then you go to this side. Left foot forward, left hand under. Bring the foot back, inhale, exhale to ground. And then bring it back to basic taffy over here and let it go. And now the other hand, the other foot will move forward and the other hand underneath. Open the hips, sink it, and basic taffy moving this way. The back foot is anchored. It will come in when we go through this side shift here. And then it comes forward. And the other foot is anchored, the back foot. Open the hips and taffy to this side. The left hand is under, the left foot moves forward. Separate the palms with the taffy and then bring it to the side. Two more sets. And last set. Left foot forward, left hand under. And bring it to the side. Beautiful. We'll ground it, double ground it here. And give ourselves some room for circles taffy. Our second variation. Feet in a V. Sink and rise. Wind up and pull your taffy to the left. Bring the foot in. Inhale, exhale, and now we start again. Inhale and release. Wind up on the third here and pull the taffy over. and sink it through the earth. Inhale to lengthen. And move back again. Just do 2 more sets here. And then bring it back to our left. Beautiful. Let's double ground this one. We finished the second variation now. Bring to the head. These are really so celebratory. I think they're just like really celebrating life. Bring it up higher even. Because we're moving into perpetual motion taffy with heel step, which is total joy. Ready, feet in a V, and bring your left hand under. Left heel comes down, then the ball of the foot, and shift it side to side using the heart protector move as you come through the inside of the arm from the upper arm here and all the way down towards the hand, and then release. You're not touching your body with any of this, It's all chi, cultivating the chi, whatever's between those palms and between the upper arm and the hand without touching. Something there, heavy air, or just plain energy that you're cultivating. Don't forget your heel step. Heel to toe, heel to toe. Good. This can be done a number of times, so we'll do a couple more sets here. And last one. Beautiful. I always feel like we need to celebrate when we finish those because they're so wonderful, playful, joyful, youthful. And now we come to a diagonal move across the body. So your right hand will be underneath your hip bone here, and your left hand will come from the heart there. And you're going to go across the body. So this left foot comes forward with this left hand. That's an exhale. And then the other hand comes from behind, and that's your, feel the inhale here as you bring that hip back on your left side. You're starting with your left. When you get to your right leg, that hand and that hip will dominate the movement. So this is exhale. Inhale, the hip back. Beautiful. And even on Zoom, you can think shoulder to shoulder. You can also bring the front back weight shift a little bit closer together if you like, because you are swiveling the back foot here on the ball of the foot, and you're swiveling the front heel to make sure that we keep hip, knee, and ankle together and not torque anything. It's kind of a swim move too. It's like that crawl stroke we did. 2 more. Last one on your left. Beautiful, really nice. Double ground it. Just because it's so energetic. It's energetic in a really slow way. I'm not sure how you describe that. Let's bring your right heel forward. Your left hand's under the hip. Don't forget, it's kind of a swim move here, like change the idea of water to air. You'd be pushing through water here, right? If this were what you were doing to get across a body of water with high waves. But here we're pushing through air. So that's your exhale. This is your inhale, because the foot that's forward and the is now your right hand and your right foot. So that's what's dominating the breath. So let it pull this hip back on your right side and push forward. If someone touch someone's shoulder on the other one. Good, nice. It's a great partner's move, even on Zoom. And last one on your right. Good, excellent. Double ground it for sure. Let's take it up. We're going now into our finale part, which comes into a lento, if you think of it as symphonic. And this is light at the top of the head, light at the temple, feet in a V. Sinking down. Inhale to the crown of the head with those palms. Lengthen through the whole spine. And sink and rise. Exhale, inhale. And let it go. Light, the top of the head. After 3 times, then circle the palms facing each other with the fingertips up 6 to 9 times. Like you're circling the energy, all the opposites, then you hold them in your own light over your head and sink and rise. And let it go into the earth and back to your heart, and the left hand will lead up on the inhale. Come down through the central meridian and bring it to your temples. Light at the temple, feet in a V again. Sink and rise. Hold the energy. Circle the energy outside your temples 6 to 9 times. Hold it. Inhale it. Feel it. And sink and rise and let it go. And the third one, the palms turn and face the earth and move down on the exhale. The inhale brings the left hand up first. Release into your rider on horse position. Sink it down slowly and double ground it. Feet a little bit more in a V again, making sure that you can balance on your feet. Let's inhale, big inhale to come up to the balls of the feet. And exhale down 4 times. Dropping the third, the heels. Drop. One more set of 4. Beautiful. Inhale and sink it slowly into the earth. As we move into passing clouds, all things change. Your feet are in a big V here. One hand is up here, your right. Your left hand is facing the earth. All things change. We stand in the middle, as this is a moving meditation. And even the mirror hand, when it passes us, we don't need to follow it. Just to be aware that it's there. You can really simply sort of follow this with your peripheral vision without moving your head or not. Resilient, courageous, kind, qualities we want to have, perseverance, willingness to keep going when things get hard, willingness to find joy in every day. As clouds pass. And bringing your outside foot in, exhale, sinking it through the earth, and double ground it. Six healing sounds. We'll say them first. Right hand, right foot for the heart. Whole. Whole. Both hands for the spleen. Hu. This is for the liver. Tsu. Tsu. Right hand, right foot for the lungs. Sh. Both hands for the triple heater. Shi. And the last is for the kidneys, the primary of Chinese medicine. A chui. Okay? Let's try it again. Ho. Ho. Tsu. Sh. Shi. Chui. Ho. Hu. Tsu. Sh. Shi. Chui. And last time, 5 chuis. Ho for the heart. Hu for the spleen. Tsu for the liver. Sh for the lungs. Shi for the triple heater. And Chui 5 times. Chui. 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 Bringing in your foot and mixing the energy of yin and yang, all the opposites we've had in this practice and we've brought together in peace. Bringing your left heel to your right ankle bone. Coming into cosmic consciousness pose. Come up towards a tree. Bring your left hand close to the heart. Even out your elbows. Lengthen through the spine. Feel the weight through one full foot and part of another. Look over the window of eternity and through it. Opening your fingers. Interlacing the fingers and bringing them overhead in gratitude for thousands of years of Qigong, 6 centuries of Tai Chi, and the work of Wen Shan Wang, teacher of Justin Stone. And the year was 1974 for Tai Chi Chih. Thank you for your practice and for working through this Silk Road with me. It's a pleasure being with you. Oh, let's come into Tadasana, the mountain pose. I always like to end that way because it's really so open and so accepting of all things, all change. And so compassionate. The mountain pose. And thank you again.